Okay, so this affirmation or this advice I got from a friend from a while ago, it really stuck to me. So I feel like I want to repeat it again. So it goes like this: to gain your peace, you will have to lose a lot of peoples in your life. And to keep your peace, you will have to lose a lot of peoples in your life. And you have to be okay with that because it's nothing it's nothing like having your peace to yourself, to be at peace, to stand still and to be at peace and to gain some type of clarity. It requires losing a lot. And I learned that the hard way when I try to hold on to a lot of people in the past that I shouldn't be holding on to because they was disturbing my peace. And I couldn't tell who and what and why. I just needed to cut everything off to be on the safe side because I could not tell. Nowadays, you cannot tell who's trying to disturb your peace because everybody is very good at hiding themselves. A lot of people lives behind a mask and they won't show you their real true side until you get them in their right moment. And it takes that special kind of moment to really see if that person should be in your life or they should be out of your life. And it doesn't matter who you are. You could be friends, family, girlfriends, boyfriends, doesn't matter. And I learned the hard way that it's important to keep your peace and it's important to gain like it's important to keep yourself sane and together and don't let nobody put you in this state of insanity or don't let somebody take you out of your zone that you work so hard to be in. And when I was talking to a friend about that, she noticed that I was kind of disturbed, like my soul was disturbed. And I had to let her know that it was because I held on to a lot of friendships that wasn't right for me. And even though I supposed to leave them alone, I didn't want to leave them alone. And I should have left them alone like I should have left my ex alone. And my soul wasn't right with me. My energy wasn't right with me. Every day I wake up, I was in a bad mood. I go to bed, I'm in a bad mood. I'll go about my day, going to work in a bad mood. And it was something I couldn't put my finger on it. So one day I decided to talk to one of my male friends from North Carolina. And we had like a meditation session. And that meditation session, it brought a lot of clarity to me because there was some answers I needed and I couldn't get it by other people's, by talking to other people's whatever. So I was like, okay, I need to do more meditation. So I started praying, I started meditating. I was praying to God, can you please unveil this mask or whatever the case is, show me the truth. And I needed to see who was really there for me and who wasn't, who was fake versus who was real. And I was like, my soul was bothered because it was something that I needed to get off my chest about, like get away from. And I finally realized what it was and who it was. So when I let that person go, 24 hours later, I felt a sense of relief. And then another couple of days later, I realized another person I used to deal with wasn't right for me, and I had to let her go. And it was like one by one, I was starting to see all the snakes in the grass. And then it was funny because I had a dream that I was being looked at, like so many eyes was around me, and I didn't know who it was. And then all of a sudden, I get a message from somebody saying that you have a lot of snakes in your grass and you need to clear out, like clean house. And this is the same person for like months kept saying clean house. That's all I kept hearing was clean house. And I had a dream again. So I was like, okay, it's time for me to really clean house because if this keeps rewind, it keeps playing like a record play over and over for months to get rid of this thing. So I was like, okay, I need to gain peace. How can I gain peace? And then all of a sudden I have a strong sign. One night, it was 2 in the morning. I didn't go to bed till 3:30. And I saw the initials of the person that I needed to get rid of. And I did. And although it took a lot of energy out of me because I had to argue with this person, damn near fight this person just to gain my peace because this person would not leave me alone. I finally did it and it felt good. And now 2 years later, I'm still at peace. No matter how many people that's trying to come and disrupt my peace, I'm still at peace. Nobody's going to break me. Nobody's going to sit here and ruin my moment or ruin my peace. And you can't get to a person unless that person lets you get to them. So no matter who says whatever or do whatever to me, it's not going to break my peace. It's not going to ruin anything for me. And just like I pray to God and I say this affirmation all the time, I'm rubber, you glue, everything you say bounces off of me, sticks back to you. All bad energy, bad entities, and negative vibes return to sender. Because, honey, over here is not where it's at. Your negative energy, your negative vibes, it's not welcome over here in this space. So whatever anybody's trying to say and do behind my back, it's not going to work, and it's not really going to do much for that person. It's really not going to benefit that person in the long run, because guess what? You're going to be the one that's going to look stupid. People are going to realize how pitiful and stupid and sad you are. And I gain so much peace to the point that I'm at peace. So no matter how many times I get into a disagreement with somebody, whatever the case is, I'm still going to be at peace. I'm not going to walk away upset or heartbroken, because guess what? I found my peace long before anybody got to me, and I learned how to keep myself calm and centered. And I say I needed to be grounded, and I'm grounding myself each day. And more I start to realize that not everybody's actions and words really affect me. And I'm glad, because it took a lot to get here, and it took a lot of sacrificing to get here. So if anybody thinks they're going to get to me in any way, you're sadly mistaken, because I'm very godly. I'm divinely protected and guided, and I constantly meditate and pray every day. As a spiritual person, I strongly advise you to not try what you think is going to work, because it's never going to work. I had people try to cast spells on me and it didn't work. And it was so funny, because so many things that was coming my way, people trying to start the spiritual warfare, it wasn't happening. It might hit me like a little pluck, but it wasn't going to really, determine my fate, and it wasn't going to hurt me. So this goes to show you, you can't mess with a chosen one. You can't mess with a spiritual one, no matter how hard you try. Good night, boo, and have the day that you deserve.